In this video, we are going to be looking at ordering decimals. So first of all, we are going to put them onto a number line, thinking about the value of them, and then we're going to put them in ascending order, which means from smallest to biggest. Okay, first of all, just as whole numbers may be shown on a number line, it is possible to do the same with decimals, consider the following number line. So first of all, I'd like you to just think about the spaces that we have between here. If that's 1.5, so 1.5, what are we going up in each time? So have a little think about that. Hopefully you realize you're going up by 0.1. Now we're going to add all of these numbers to this number line. It's going to be approximate in most cases, although some we'll be able to get a little bit more exact than others. So first of all, where do you think 1.5 is going to be? That's a nice easy one to start with. And hopefully when you look at this over here, we can see that 1.5 is exactly on our number line, so we can just put it in the correct place. Now 1.89 is a little bit more difficult. If this is 1.5, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, and this is 1.9 over here, then where would 1.89 lie? So where do you think, oh, that's a bit weird. Where do you think 1.89 would lie? It's just 0.01 away from 0.9. So 1.85 would be exactly in the middle. So 1.89 is going to be, I need to be careful because my pen's not very accurate. 1.89 would just be before 1.9. 1.08. Now 1.8 is over there, but 1.08 is going to be even smaller than 1.1. It's going to be just a little bit to the left of that, so 1.08. 1.25, 1.1, 1.2, so 1.25 is going to be exactly between 1.2 and 1.3. So 1.25 is going to be exactly over there. And then 1.7, we've kind of already discussed it. It's going to be exactly there, 1.567. Okay, so hopefully you will be able to have a look at those and do them. Okay, now looking at ordering our decimals. This is on page 175 to 176 in your textbook, or it's just right here on your OneNote that I set up. So first of all, when we are ordering our decimals, we need to make sure that they're going in the correct order. So remember, ascending means going from smallest to biggest, and descending means going from biggest to smallest. So if we look at A, 0.3, 0.9, 0.8, all of them have only got one decimal place. So we just need to look at that number, and the bigger the value, the bigger the decimal. So if I was going to order those, 0.3 would be the smallest, and then we'd have 0.8, and then we'd have 0.9. So that would be an ascending order. You can write it along or down, it doesn't really matter. B. Well, in B, I'm actually just going to write each of those values, and I'm actually going to write them down this way. So I've got some space, and I'm writing them very carefully and making sure that the decimal points are all in a line. Now the reason I'm doing that is because I'm just going to add some zeros so that all of them have got the same decimal spaces. And now I just need to look and see which is bigger. If I just looked at each of these as an individual number, this is 600, this is 60, and this is 6. So out of these three, the smallest is that one, then that one is the next one, and then that one is the third one. So if I wrote them in that order, then I would have them in ascending order. So 0.006, 0.06, and 0.6 is the biggest. So if you just put them all with the same number of decimal places, all you have to do after that is think, if you just ignored the decimal points, which is the biggest to the, which is the smallest, sorry, to the biggest, that is the same order that the decimals are the smallest to the biggest as well. Because if you think about it, this is 6 thousandths, this is 60 thousandths, and this is 600 thousandths. So that makes more sense when you're putting them in order. In the third one, in C, I'm going to again write them down, putting my decimal places in now again, they had to have the same number of decimal places, so I'm just going to add in some zeros. Now they all start with 5. Just check that. Sometimes we put a little 4 or something else in there, and then you need to consider that as well. Because they're all 5, then we just need to look at this next little bit. So when I look at this, I can see that 42 is smaller than 172, and then 170 is smaller than 200. So this is the smallest, then that one, and then that one. So it's going to be 5.042, 5.170, and 5.200. You don't have to put the zeros in, obviously, when you do this part, but it might help you just to make sure that they are all in correctly. So then you don't have to put those bits in. Okay, so hopefully that has helped you to put them in ascending order, and obviously these ones over here are just writing in descending order. And then there's a bit of an extension on number 5 for those of you who would care to take up the challenge. Good luck.